That's what you start us on?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a weird mood today for me. I don't know why.
Gamma just heard he can't bang in London, so he's very weirded out now.
Yeah, I like the fact
Well.
that Noob came to me to tell me this. He sought me out, the one person that literally could never use this information anyway. And it was like, Gamma, here's that thing you're not allowed to do that indoors. Or in stores, I'd assume. That kind of covers both of those. I think they're both indoors.
I mean, this is one of those things where I am purely going to just not read the article and just laugh that this is even a thing.
Good. Because it probably is never going to get followed anyway.
I mean, how are you going to follow it?
Do balconies count as inside?
Nope.
Well, there you go.
If you open a door, it's not inside.
True.
Like, truly. Technically, yeah, I had this conversation with my friends a long time ago. Are we actually ever indoors, considering that everything is built outside? Like, we're always outside. We're just covered, but that's not inside.
Then what's inside then?
Nothing, because, well, no, there isn't anything, because everything's outside when you think about it. We're inside a galaxy because that's a confinement, a big confinement, but we're always outside in the inside of the galaxy.
Well, technically, we're always inside too, if that's the case.
That's
because
true.
we're inside our home, inside our Earth, inside our galaxy, inside of space.
So
my goodness.
Wait. Does that mean then that literally London is banning people from just forever? Well, at least until COVID's done, like just they can never reproduce? Like this is just the end of reproduction because everything's inside and outside at the same time?
I guess.
Like it's just over?
Yeah, I guess.
Fascinating.
I don't understand this.
I mean, I understand. London's just saying no fucking. The fuck, man.
They've been at it for too long. They need to stop.
We've had too many lineages. It's time to stop. But then again, you can't.
This is what we've devolved to.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
Oh, it's okay. Gamma, I have to submit you to the same jokes because it's not fair for Raz to suffer alone. She has to suffer twice, and you have to suffer it too.
No!
Just make sure. Just make sure if the cops catch you, you come quietly. And then when you try and make an argument, don't expect it to stand up in court.
I need to get my brain scrubbed. I have a disgusting mind. I've been in the gutter for like a month now.
Are you in the gutter?
I don't know. I've just been like immediately going to the wrong conclusions for everything. And I'm looking for the most small innuendo in anything people say, and I don't like it.
Actually, you know what I learned this week? Speaking of innuendos and not cleaning gutters, did you know that the reason why a lot of old housing, like, never cleaned the leaves out of their eaves troughs or had vines growing on them?
Mm-hmm. Why?
You do? Oh, because it was a form of insulation when they didn't have indoor heating in older houses.
That makes sense.
Because a lot of them were built in concrete. Because I thought about this because I'm like, America, but America's not that cold. But up here, when we had old concrete housing for walls or whatever, they weren't very well insulated. So my dad was telling me, at least like in the older parts of Toronto, the reason why people had vines was it was a natural form of insulation. Even when it died, it was still, like the vines would still grow, just not the leaves. So that's why they're fairly hot during the spring and summer, but then during like the fall and winter, it's not too bad.
I see what you mean.
Idea. Yeah.
No, yeah, there's a lot of those here. Since I'm, northeast, very high north. Yeah, it makes sense. And technically, this is colonial America, so mostly, I'm assuming colonial America states would have that type of issue. Because it's cold as fuck during the winter.
I guess.
It is. It makes sense. Thank you for enlightening me on this piece of information.
You're welcome. I figured we have nothing
already.
else to talk about this week, so...
All right, cool. I guess that ends the podcast. Thanks for listening, guys.
Wait, Gamma, we can We can. You know what? I'm actually. I have a confession to make.
What?
I'm going to ruin this podcast.
Why?
Well, late for that.
One, thank you. Two, I've been going on this like giant positivity kick. So
I've noticed.
I don't know if I can get angry at stuff anymore. Like I do, but I don't think I can rant and please the people with my ranting. Or in London, apparently. So yeah.
As in, like, you physically can't, or
Well, I can. I don't have that inclination to do it. You know?
I see.
Like I'm still mad at a lot of things going on, but I've just been like literally. Oh yeah, I had Thanksgiving. That's why nobody knows.
Oh yeah,
because I'm the only one that had it.
Talk about that. That's Thanksgiving.
Like literally on Thanksgiving, I was gonna go on Twitter and write this like super long thing, like saying how grateful I was for everyone. And obviously this would be really good based on the situation I was in. Like literally when I opened up my timeline, it was at 9-10 a.m. or whatever. I just like every single person on my timeline was yelling at another person or just yelling at something negative in the world. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, I get it. I don't have a lot of Canadian friends, but holy crap, this is just, yeah. It's not a good day for this. I'm sure my gratitude and positivity would shine through this, but I just don't feel like staring at this blue bird today while this is happening. So, yeah, click. And then it clicked in me that we need happier people in life. I know I sound like a Shaolin monk right now. I'm definitely not. I'm still gonna get pissed at things. But yeah, I'm just between finding out that I don't have brain lesions and then seeing the state of everything, I'm like, you know what? I could just go Zen. Yeah, man, Zen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. How's your hand?
Actually, it's much better. I don't know what happened yesterday. I really don't. Like yeah. I'm really, really sore. So hopefully next Tuesday my physiotherapist can help, but that was a really weird thing yesterday.
Didn't you say like your entire body was hurting or something?
My left side is, yeah, from the fall. I'm just gonna assume it's from the fall.
From the what?
Like when I slipped chasing my cat.
Oh, is that what happened why you ended stream early?
No, I ended stream early yesterday because, like, okay, you know how you have like your palm on the back of your palm there, how you have like the bones, well, yeah, the veins, but the bones also leading up into your fingers, like how your digits go from the wrist up into your fingers.
Yeah,
like in between the digits, between my middle and ring finger, I was getting this like needle stab in there just randomly. And it was actually like to the point where it was making my middle finger numb on the tip, which is usually a carpal tunnel thing. Because they've warned me to watch for it because 2 years ago, they were like, it could be MS with everything you're going through. I'm going, okay, let's please confirm that before we just start throwing everything into that kitchen sink because I need to know if that's a thing that's kind of life-altering. I like also how he went to MS before brain lesions. I know they're both very rare at this stage, but anyways, based on my symptoms. But yeah, it was getting to the point where I couldn't grab anything. But I mean, after a few hours, like I was actually able to game last night, but I only gamed Deep Rock. I didn't play HOTS or anything. Just something a little bit easier on the fingers.
I've never played Deep Rock. How is it?
It's a very fun game.
What's it about?
You're a space dwarf.
Oh.
And you and a team. It's basically a team-based game. You could do it solo, but it's way more fun as a team game. But basically, there are 4 classes. You go into one of like 7 regions on a planet, and you're doing missions for Carl, who is the leader of the Deep Rock Initiative or whatever. Essentially, it's like going into the mines to find stuff, but it's space stuff. So, each class has like a different set of weaponry, mobility, and then like a utility nade or stuff like that. And it's really fun. There's actually like the game gets more fun when you grind it out. Actually, like it's more fun the more you grind, which is a very fascinating feature that they did because I didn't think in this day and age people had the patience to grind to the most fun of something. But yeah, there's a lot, and I mean they're getting an update I think at the end of the month. They're supposed to do it earlier, but they delayed it because COVID, which is fine. But
Yeah.
no, it's actually like I'm gonna try and get a squad together for Extra Life because I think it'd be super fun to just play Deep Rock with everybody. It's a wild game. You're fighting like space insects, so spiders and flies and giant exploding dudes. What's that?
It's a $30 game, but okay, it's I see it now. Okay.
Yeah,
I never actually looked it up. I just heard about it. Well, there's some big spiders.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, Raz. I don't like them either, but do you have any idea how satisfying it is to run into a giant pile of spiders, place a satchel bomb, and watch them fly? Or take a flamethrower to them and watch them burn over each other and explode and kill the others? Or one of the giant spiders, you take a freeze grenade and you freeze it, and then you just gun it down in the ass until it's dead. It's very satisfying.
Are there any space centipedes?
Yes.
I feel like this is your type of game.
Actually, yes. They're more of the rolling guys. They're whatever those guys, like the armadillo bug thingies. They like pop out and like spit things and they start rolling and try and like knock you around. These guys are assholes. But it's actually like,
I don't know if I want to deal with space spiders.
You know what?
Hmm?
They are scary at first, but you get used to being like ambushed because you can generally hear them. The game is very fair, actually. I will say, like the
I don't
game.
want to hear spiders.
Well, the worst ones are like the explodey spiders because they're worse than creepers because you don't hear the noise until they're actually already blowing up. Like at least creepers you could kind of hear them coming, but like the glyphid exploders just like run at you and then you start hearing and yeah. Then there's the bulk. Hold on. I'll get you a picture of the ultimate spider. Glyphid bulk detonator.
How spook is it?
It's not. It's just gross. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Oh, this is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, at home, just look up Glyphid bulk detonator. It's just nasty. That's all it is. But it's like one of the most deadly.
Help.
What do you mean it doesn't help?
That's gross.
It's gross.
I don't like spooters.
I don't either. But again, you get to kill them all en masse. Like you take your pickaxe and you like pick the little dudes down. You could do like an overhead shot with the pickaxe, and then you could just take a bunch of different guns and shoot them. Like I'm trying to work currently on a guy with a grappling hook that gets a tactical nuke, like a nuke RPG. I just want to nuke people, and I'm working with a rifle right now, so I'm just zooming in and just shooting off the big guys. So like guys like the bulk detonator, that's my job now as what's called the scout. So, but my favorite is the driller because drills and flamethrowers, and I'm a big fan of flamethrowers.
You know what, Noob? You reminded me of a game series that is now on Humble Bundle at the moment.
Oh, Worms!
Yeah, that's a good Extra Life game. I have most of them, so.
Wait, it's the whole series?
Yeah.
You can buy every single Worms game for $17.
Dang! I've never owned one, so
same.
And then you get 10% discount on the new game coming out.
Oh
my god, that actually looks really good. I had a really choice introduction to Worms. I went to Toys R Us one day and I saw this game and it was rated T and I'm like, "Ma, I want T. I want the T game." She's like, "No, you're too young." But I'm like, "Please, Mom, they have grenade launchers for Worms." And she's like, "Shut up." She bought it for me. And then I went home and I played it and holy crap, it was fun. I had no idea what I was doing, but it was fun.
That's what matters.
It was the one for oh god, what was the one for the GameCube?
Oh really? There's one on the GameCube?
Yeah, I bought it for GameCube.
Oh, okay.
Worms.
Do you have Shell Shock?
Was it Worms 3D? Shell Shock? Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do have Shell Shock, bro. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I bought it for last year. Yeah, Worms 3D is the one I had. Nice. Oh my god, do I not have it anymore? I just realized. I need to rebuy this. It was a fun game. Worms games are always fun, especially in groups of friends.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I believe the The one that I had for GameCube was only 2-player though.
Oh.
Possibly.
Wait, Gamma, it doesn't say on Steam that you own this game.
I do. Don't I?
View all friends who have played it.
I haven't played it.
Oh, it's in your library.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
I
that's
just haven't played
scratched. That scratched my Pocket Tank's itch for sure. I haven't played in a very long time. It's actually it's like Worms ish. It has the mobility in it, and there's like you can upgrade your tank through a skill tree, like a quote unquote skill tree. I don't know if they fixed it up. I should take a look at it. I didn't realize Marie and Tim have this. What the hell? We're playing this for Extra Life now. Tim, Marie, I know you listen to this podcast. You're like 2 of the 6 people.
Hold the fucking phone.
What?
The new Worms game is fucking Fortnite Worms.
What?
Mm.
Is it called Worms Revolution?
It's called Worms Rumble. It is Worms
Oh,
Rumble is
wait,
Worms like you never played it before with intense real-time arena-based 32-player cross-platform combat.
Oh,
You match last Worm stand modes. You're only ever gonna. I can't. Oh no, what did they do to my boy? Why does it look like Fortnite?
It looks like Rocket League to me. Oh,
It's
look,
got
no,
that
it's
aesthetic. It's got that aesthetic. Scroll down and you can see the fucking Twitch streamer's outfit with the hoodie and that and the neon colors.
Oh no.
Oh, Gamma, we gotta play this. Come on, man.
I will buy it just because it's Worms, but I don't know how I feel about this.
The whole
What
point
the
of-
fuck?
The whole point of Worms is the tactics turn base.
Why
would it turn into? Is it 3D or 2D?
Oh, it's 3D.
Is it? I'm only
Dang.
seeing side to side here.
Maybe it is side to side. I don't know.
Unless they're
It
just
does look side to side. Actually, you're right.
yeah. It looks
It's
more
like this
Duck
weird.
Game.
It's like this weird 2.5 kind of thing,
Yeah, okay.
like a diorama kind of deal. Which I mean, yeah, the Worms games do have that.
Which is fine, but it's turn-based tactics. I'm surprised this is
The one I had on the GameCube was 3D though, like
Yeah.
around the map, which I do kind of miss. Have not seen that happen in a Worms game since.
open beta first day of Extra Life Marathon. Fascinating.
Ooh.
I might have. You know what? I think I'm going to buy the Humble Bundle. I have a couple of the Worms games already, but maybe I'll just give them to friends who want them. Who would be down to do this for Extra Life? I'd be down.
I play Worms.
Cool.
I like these types of games, especially
that's fine.
especially in like spurts.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
Liz and I were grinding out, and I think Suwako was also grinding out. Who was grinding out Shell Shock with me? It was Liz. And
Which one will we play? Will we do the WMD one, the $17 one?
I don't know the difference.
That's the newest one.
Oh, I've seen that one. I like the older Worms. I don't know. The new look to me for Worms has just never been like. I've always liked it more in its 2 1/4 D look.
Worms.
You know, there's a Worms map on Golf with Your Friends, right?
Yeah, we played it last
Yeah,
year.
okay. Yeah, we did, and we'll be doing it again.
Okay, the one I currently own that's the newest is Revolution. I guess is Mayhem the 3D one? Is it 3D? Was that wrong? I don't know.
I'm not a Worms expert. I just kill spiders now.
I've not really kept up. It looks kind of 3D. I think it is 3D. Okay, I'm wrong. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully before this Humble Bundle ends. So if people who want to jump in, grab it for cheap.
Yeah,
How
like
many days are left? Oh.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, how many days is it left?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That is a good question. I just had it up, and I may or may not have X'd out.
Bye,
'cause I'm dumb.
Hmm.
I think it actually just came on, so it should be 13 days. 13 days left to buy Worms as of this recording.
Link it.
Yeah, here. I might do it just to get the newest one. Because I never actually picked it up. Plus, I can get a 10% discount, so I'll get What is it? It's
Oh, actually,
10% of $15 is 5. Oh god, I can't do math. Oh god, I can't do math. Somebody help me do math. 10% of $15 is what savings?
$1.50.
Oh man, $1.50. Awesome. Off my fucking Fortnite experience with worms. I'm not sure if they're like really behind on the times with this one or if they're just at the end of the fucking Battle Royale phase.
I mean, BR is not dead.
No, but I feel like it's coming to an end, hopefully soon. Because then people will realize that they either paid nothing for a game that died or they paid too much for a game that died. Call of Duty.
No, but it's like a crack addict, right? Where you have to go into that deep hole where you're like, I'm too far in, and there's that one more ounce you see on the counter, and you're like, oh no. That's what this is, right? It's that one more ounce.
That,
what ends up
that other ounce of crack on the counter.
It leads into BR MMOs. Which is not PvP. Which is not PvP. It's just like if every server was just you could murder anybody at any time. So it's just a PvP server. I was trying to go somewhere with it. I fucked it up. Sorry. I tried.
You indeed did try, yes.
What is the next fad?
Right now, I would say it's actually team-based games. Like Phasmophobia.
Yeah, but that was back when League came out.
No. Phasmophobia. Like I'm talking like PvE.
Oh, okay.
Like Among Us and stuff like this. Like it definitely seems like. I mean, it makes sense that you would have multiplayer games coming out now because everyone's stuck with essentially looking for human interaction.
Yeah.
So, like, I think Phasmophobia and Among Us and all that stuff picked up at the right time.
I've been enjoying a lot of those videos for Phasmophobia.
I
wouldn't be able to play it myself because I'm a fucking whiny little baby and I'm terrified of spooky. I don't watch horror movies.
I heard the grudge noises and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. Nope.
I had to force myself to watch The Ring once and I didn't like it.
Aww.
Because I'm like, I gotta watch a scary movie so I'm not a baby, and then I fucking cry. I didn't cry.
He weeped.
I didn't cry. I swear. I was like, maybe this will stop me from having horrible nightmares about the very small snippets I've seen of movies that are scary.
No, that's not usually how it works.
Yeah, no, it didn't help, but it didn't hurt. Surprisingly enough, I never had a Ring nightmare. Just Chucky, Turok 2, fucking, what else? What other nightmares did I have with this shit? Chucky was a big one, though. E.T.
What?
Why?
Yeah, the horror movie E.T., right?
Why did E.T.?
No, okay, I was like 2 years old, and my parents showed me E.T. And I don't know what it was with that scene that stuck with me, but when he's in the fucking, the Beanie Babies or whatever, and
that is creepy, yeah.
He gets freaked the fuck out, and he starts screaming, and his head fucking extends, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's terrifying for a 2-year-old, and I watched the movie since, obviously. It's just really bad. Like, bad. But it's not scary, I know that. Just very unrational 2-year-old brain passing over the years. I don't know, there's a lot of things. Don't make your kids watch scary movies. Unless you're an asshole.
Or they want to.
They want to, but they don't know that they shouldn't. Because they're stupid kids. Kids are dumb. Don't listen to kids.
I think it's really funny thinking about all of the random movies that sorry. I think it's really random thinking about all the random movies that my dad used to watch while I was a child. Like in the living room. So I would just walk past and just see him watching these movies. Like I know there was Chucky. I've seen snippets of Chucky.
I told you how I saw Chucky, right?
I
Did I
want
say
to
this on the
say yes,
podcast?
but I
Maybe?
don't remember.
Yeah, the house was on fire next door, and my parents had me go to the neighbors across the street, and they were watching the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
That doesn't help the situation.
Mm.
Yeah, Chucky was a big one for kids, at least that I know of. Twas not the only one terrified of the shit.
Yep. Just can't do it, man.
Scary movies is scary.
Oh, for me specifically, I just remember Chucky and then Team America World Police.
What's that? Team
You've never seen? Oh,
America
I've never seen
World
it.
Police.
I know what it
it's
is.
the one that's like America.
Ew, what
Yeah.
are those fucking puppets?
It's really bad. It's
That
really
shit looks
bad.
terrifying. Actually,
Yeah,
it reminds me of oh god, what was it? MTV had that thing
it's a
where
comedy
they had
movie,
people
though.
wrestle or beat each other up. Puppet, the MTV puppet wrestling or something, or boxing.
Mm.
Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what I was thinking.
Oh
of.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where they fucking murdered each other on screen
Yep.
as puppets. Yeah, that was weird. 90s humor was weird and horror.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Man, I don't know. Where were we going with this? I forget. I'm so lost today.
We never
Everything's just
really
in
had a
different direction.
direction.
Yeah. Yeah, but where do I go from here? Where will life lead me? You ever have those existential crises where you're just, what am I doing?
All the time. Why?
Okay. Just checking to make sure I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess just the like the somewhat more like isolated you become, the more you start to go like introspective and be like, yeah, what's it worth, man? What's going on? Why am I doing this when I could be doing this? Catch my cold? Hopefully not literally.
Yeah, I get it.
You're
I don't know.
cold. Catch your cold.
That's you.
I don't like the sound of that.
Sorry, I'm just nah, I just got a flu shot. I'm probably getting the symptoms from that.
I scheduled mine.
Fun times. My arm is still sore. I don't know. Get your flu shots, people. You don't need more shit than Corona to be an issue for you.
I'm basically just planning to suplex the flu. Simple.
Wouldn't you? Doesn't that mean that you'd have to like suplex yourself?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I
you
can
have
do
to? Wouldn't you have to
That's
make
just-
yourself either microscopically small or the cold, the cold like super big? Do you need some kind of size changing ray?
So I
To
need
be
to
able
go
to
to
do that?
truck the kids and say, hey, I have to go fight the flu.
Sure. You know what? The actual cure for Corona is just making Noob very small and sending him in to suplex the Rona.
You can't make me that much smaller.
That's why it has to be you.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Oh god. Sorry, I'm looking for Worms 3D on eBay and I can't find any good prices for the GameCube one. I'm trying to relive my childhood, people. I don't need to be spending $40 on a game that I got for 10.
This is true.
Man, that box art was lame. Why did I think that was? I don't know. What are other things going on? Let's go to Twitter.
Oh, come on.
The
Why would
best
you
option.
go to Twitter?
Because this is where I get most of my stuff. And nothing interesting is trending. Oh yeah, they put a Sonic the Hedgehog costume in Fall Guys.
Yeah,
And I
saw
haven't
that
played it.
yesterday.
I'm looking forward to trying it out if I can get one. I'm not sure if somebody just edited this in, but it had Sonic quotes, and if it's actually part of the game, I'll fucking scream. I hope it is. Oh, Coca-Cola's killing off Tab.
Huh?
Has Tab soda? Have you ever heard of Tab soda?
Nope.
It's for old people.
Okay.
They're getting
Define
rid of that.
for old people.
People who were alive when that first came out, which is not many.
And now I know? Question mark? I
Yeah, I
still don't
guess.
understand.
It's basically just Coke, but not Coke. It's like a cola. It's like the one you buy because it's cheaper. That's the best way I can put it. What else? People started getting their Xboxes and PS5s. The influencers.
Mhm.
That's cool. Congrats to them, lucky assholes.
That's been happening over like the past month, right?
Yeah, something like that. At least the last couple of weeks, I know.
Mm-hmm.
What else? God, what are even the launch games for this new generation? Like, what's the point in jumping on the train? I'm gonna look this up. Launch game. And Xbox. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
All games confirmed for PlayStation 5 exclusivity. The new God of War, yeah, I saw that. Horizon Forbidden West, okay. Man, there's like nothing here.
I mean, it is launch.
I know, but like the last time
So-
I've seen a really small launch, the fucking N64, and it's like 2 games that came out at launch.
Oh.
I think it was like Mario 64 and fucking Pilot Wings or something like that. God, I don't remember. I looked it up before. Who's ready for Bug Snacks? Fucking Bug Snacks, dude. Am I right?
I mean, it
Blushing.
looks cool. I just wish it wasn't PS5 exclusive.
I don't know why it is, to be honest.
It doesn't look like it needs to be.
But no, Raz, it can only run on the more powerful hardware. How else are you gonna get those eyes to look more googly on the fucking fruit bugs?
See, if it wasn't a PS5 exclusive, I would definitely buy it. Like, I would want to try out Bug Snacks, but now I can't. Unless
Yeah,
I forget. What are the PS5 prices again?
like for the console or the games?
The console.
Oh god,
Is
that is a
is
good
that the
question.
one that has the digital and the physical version?
Yeah, it does. I think that they both have a digital and physical version. Price. I think it was like 400 for the digital and 500 for the regular.
I want to say it was $4.99, $5.99, but I can't actually remember.
No, it's $3.99 for the digital
Oh,
and
thank
$4.99 for the regular.
God.
Man,
Still
I don't
though,
get
what
it.
the heck?
You know what? Can we have a little conversation about like digital and physical media? Because I don't get why people want things digitally other than the convenience of having them. You know,
I
like
mean, I
it
guess.
doesn't feel like you own it. For me, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I guess if you don't want to keep up with a million cases for a million different games, it works, you know?
Yeah, but they're not that big.
I guess.
They fit in your hand.
I mean, I get like the convenience of it. So you have everything all in one place, and you don't have to worry about keeping up with other parts.
Yeah, but you gotta be like, you gotta be downloading them, and also you gotta have the storage space for it. And then when you don't have the storage space, you gotta delete something, and then if you ever want to play it again, you gotta re-download it. And then it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm not judging people, but I'm like, I don't understand. Somebody needs to give me a proper explanation.
I think
Damn it.
for me, my biggest thing is if I delete something and it gets taken off a store, would I still be able to play the game?
No,
Like, that's
because
my
you wouldn't be
thing.
able to re-download it.
Well,
That's
the
happened
thing
before, actually. That
well, the
happened with the Scott Pilgrim game.
the thing that happened with PT, though, is that if you had already downloaded it, you could still or no, if you couldn't re-download it, could you?
No, can't. I tried. I had it
Uh,
downloaded. They
uh,
took it off the store like they did with Scott. What other games are lost to time? Legend of Korra, the game. That's another one. Platinum Games made that shit. It was alright. But yeah, it's not available to get anymore. It's just like that kind of situation. I know it's like it's not very prominent because there's not really that many games right now that have that issue of being
mhm.
digital only and not existing anymore that I know of. I don't know.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like I mean, like, I personally like owning things not digitally, physically, just because I know I own the thing, and there's no way that it's going to get lost to time or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there are
don't.
a few games I own digitally, but that's just because convenience,
Yeah, that I
or was,
get.
like, the only option at the time. Like,
The
I own
convenience.
Odyssey and, Animal Crossing digitally. 'Cause I wanted to play Animal Crossing on launch day, and then Odyssey, I went to the store, and there were no physical copies, it was just the digital, um like, the cards you can get to redeem games digitally,
Oh,
so I bought one of those. Yeah.
I'm actually out of space on my Twitch now that I think about it. I can't even do that.
Mm.
Ugh.
Yeah, I would probably need to get a micro SD.
I don't want to spend $100 to buy digital. Stop it.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of, by the way?
What?
Um, my Switch kickstand is, like, broken.
Oh,
I think because I've only ever gotten it open, like, twice, I think, right?
yeah.
And that was with my boyfriend helping me, because I was always like because when I first got my Switch, I was like, "Whoa, there's a kickstand. I can use the kickstand." And I could never get it open. And
You
then I
definitely
found out Huh?
you need a replacement, don't you?
It's just the kickstand, though, like, the rest of the console is functioning.
No, yeah. I mean,
Whatever.
I've heard issues with the kickstand, like some of them showing up and not being good.
Yeah. But, then I learned, years later, that behind the kickstand is where the micro SD slot is, and then I was
Oh,
like, "Well, shit, if I ever want to expand the space on my Switch, I need to figure out how to open this kickstand."
yeah, you do.
And so, I've done it a couple times. I needed to use a bobby pin, though, and, like, jam it up in there and then, like, pull it out.
Yeah, it's really
Kinda janky,
inconvenient.
but, yeah. Like, I wish it just worked.
Yeah, I wish they honestly they were fine with like how they did the 3DS one. You just had to pop open a little slip and then push it in, and then bam.
The 3DS?
Yeah, the not not the new one, the oldest one. It just had a little thing you slipped open like a little is it rubber or whatever. I don't know, but you slipped it open. There was a slot and you just put it in
Like, the
for the SD card.
Oh, I was like, you're talking about a kickstand on a
Oh no,
portable
no.
console, what?
Sorry, you were making me think of the SD part.
Oh yeah.
That was convenient, Nintendo. What the fuck happened there, huh? You
I
want to
don't
make
know.
things look more sleek? All right, whatever. I don't know.
I kind of wish they had it next to the cartridge instead of like buried behind the kickstand.
Yeah. Hell, even on the other side would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, under like the charging port, not where the charging port is, but near that would be fine too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Come on, Nintendo. Step up the game. What about you, Noob? What do you think of physical and digital media?
I'm awake.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is he?
I mean, I don't really care, honestly. I like digital because it's better for the environment because so much plastic gets wasted with cases, and people like I hold on to cases from older games. Why? I should just toss them all. But like they'll hold my games, so that's pretty much it. But it's just like if I buy it physical, then I buy it physical. I prefer physical, just because I would rather not have to rely on internet to have to download my game to play. Because there are certain games like that that are going to be going that direction soon. But I mean, you know, like the reason why I'm getting K to Hyrule physical is because I've waited long enough that now it's coming out physical. I'm like, okay, cool. But I wasn't waiting for a physical copy. I would have bought it digitally. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't care.
Yeah, fuck the environment.
Yeah, I'm well aware, Gamma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recycle.
I'm just glad they got rid of all that extra paper inside the like with all the instruction manuals and like the power warnings and all this
Those
other
were
crap.
the best part.
No,
The manuals.
they're a waste of time. They're a waste of paper.
You never read the manuals?
You never read the
No.
manuals or got like the little like XD came with a small tiny little poster and I hung it up on my door and then someone in this house took it down and I'm really sad and salty about it still.
Wow, fuck them.
But
No, the manuals are the
Yeah.
best part. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. The standard Nintendo one, like the one where it's like, make sure you keep out of range of fearless that would eat it, and like,
Okay, yeah.
I thought you
like
meant
that
like
one
the
was a
game
waste.
specific ones.
No, not the
And-
sorry. No, I'm not Englishing well today.
Fine.
No, I'm talking about the warning one because it's just such a waste, right? Like now you get next. Like I'm still surprised they sell cases the size that they do because a little Switch cartridge is like the palm of my hand, and my hands are tiny, and that they're still selling one that's half the size of a GameCube or like 1/3 the size of a GameCube case. Like why?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Sell it like
surprised.
the DS.
Yeah, that's what I was
Tiny.
kind of confused about. I guess it's because it's like their main console now, and it's like, oh, it's a home console, it has the big boy case. Oh,
Like maybe they just want to make it look different so that people remember it. Maybe it's a sales tactic we just don't get. But I'm just like, you could have made this. Like the first time I picked up, what game did I pick up first on the Switch? Animal Crossing? I
what?
don't remember. What was the first game I picked up on the Switch?
Wasn't it Pokemon?
Was it Pokemon?
Oh yeah, you didn't. You got your Switch. Was it this year?
Last year from Gamma.
Last
Yeah,
year.
it was before. It was before Pokemon.
Oh.
You got Pokemon physical.
Yeah, I bought Pokemon.
Not
I
just
got Animal Crossing in quarantine. So Pokemon came out first?
Yes.
Right. For me, anyways. Yeah. So I got Pokemon, I think, as the first game. So,
Mm.
but either way, I was like, I remember looking at the case and I pulled it out of the shelf and I'm going, what the?
And it's like, here's this tiny little cartridge.
No, I knew the tiny cartridge, but I was looking at the case. I pulled it and I'm like, it gave like an extra half a pound weight that I didn't expect. I'm just like, whoa, oh, that's an awkward rectangular shape. Why? Why? You
Mhm.
could have put this in a little bag. You could put it in a weed bag and it'd be okay for me. Like, I don't know.
Do you even know what a weed bag looks like? No.
Yeah, it's like the little ones with the Ziploc top.
Okay.
Like I've
We'll leave
never
that at that.
I've never owned one, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just wondering. That's all.
Mhm.
You've watched a movie or two then.
I've also had many friends that were weed sellers, so I know how they look.
Wow, I got you.
I didn't learn well enough to know what size and how much they could sell in each bag, but
Yeah. Where were we going with this before we talked about weed?
You were banning me from the podcast because I'm extremely.
No.
We're talking about cases.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, I understand they don't need to be as big as they do, but I kind of like it at least because I like box art. Box art's cool.
I mean, I would rather them just sell the box art separately from the game, so you don't charge an extra $25 for the art. Just pay the artist.
They don't charge an extra $25 for the art.
Well, then I'd rather them charge for the artist's work so that the artists actually make more money.
But wait, hold on. They make money. Hold on. Wait. Do you think they charge more for a physical version because of the art? I'm a little confused here.
No, I don't want the. Because here's the thing, right? I bet you.
What?
What?
I was gonna say they don't charge more for physical versions games. They charge the same amount. If anything, the digital versions should be cheaper because they're not paying for plastic.
No, physical version. No, physical versions would cost more. The digital copies would cost less.
No,
that's what I just said.
That's what AmaGamma just said.
No, you just said because the physical copies have what?
The physical copies should be more, and the digital should be less.
I thought you just said
that's
the
not the
physical copy
case.
should be less. Okay, yeah.
No, I'm saying the digital copy should cost less because they don't have the plastic, but they charge the same price, so they make more off digital.
That's what's dumb.
Yeah, it is. I don't get it either because I would rather pay more for a physical version if I had to, which would be regular price, as opposed to lesser for. I mean, like, what's the reason I should get a digital copy of a game? You know? I can't resell the game if it's boring and I don't like it, like Watch Dogs 2 was. You know? I couldn't take it back to GameStop and sell it for $10 brand new. Man, am I salty about that? I think I am.
You are.
Yeah, I bought it at launch like an idiot, and I played it like 2 weeks later, and then I'm like, man, this game fucking sucks.
I forgot that game came out.
Yes, I wish I did too.
Dang.
So I brought it back and I sold it for $10, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Oh wait, actually, did I try to sell it for $10? And then I was like, no, you know what? I'll just keep it. It's a good paperweight.
I think in about I can't give a time because I'm not good at time or anything, but I truly believe that by the time at least our kids, if we have any, at least by the time my kids, because I'm having kids, I know that. I have no say in the matter. We're having kids, but
yeah, I'm not allowed to bang indoors, so it's not happening.
Oh, true. Yeah. So when you conceive a bus baby,
that's inside of a bus. It's indoors.
No, open the window. It's fine. But
I don't know where we're going.
By the time that the next generation comes about for gaming, there's going to be an age where people will talk about, hey, did you know that you used to be able to sell games back because everything's just going to be digital and internet? And I hate it. I don't want internet downloaded games that you have to always download from me. Wasn't that the Xbox what you had to do with it? Or what you were supposed to do, or what they were eventually going to do with it?
They had an Xbox. The Xbox One S, I think.
Yeah.
Is the one that's completely digital with no optical drive.
Like that's ridiculous to me. I have no idea. What is the point in even computers are better than that, where I could download a game on my laptop, carry it wherever I want. Even if it doesn't cloud save, it'll eventually do it once I get access to things. Like, I just don't understand. Okay, scratch that. I understand why you want that, because you can get more what's it called? You can get more processing power out of your machines by not having it downloaded onto your stuff. But I'd rather sacrifice that in exchange for convenience and accessibility, right? Especially when internet is already a trying divide for many, many gamers. And it just becomes so stupid to think that I would have to have the internet just to play a game. Especially if I want to, like, bring it with me. Like, that's dumb to me. Well,
okay, I'm trying to figure, like, okay, so you mean like completely online has to have a connection kind of deal?
No. Like, if you're gonna play League of Legends, you have to be connected to the internet. I don't have a problem with that. But wasn't there a console that came out where, like, you have to download the game from the internet every time to play it, and it only saves cloud? Weren't they talking about that?
The Stadia? That's not how that works. I'm thinking Stadia is probably, I don't know. This whole thought process got me onto like what's the first like console that I remember digital only. And I forgot it existed until Marie showed me the other day that she bought one. And it is the PlayStation PSP Go or something like that.
Oh
Where it
god.
was only digital, and they shut down the service for it, so it's literally useless right now, other than hacking it and modding it.
But see, that's stupid. Like,
I know.
why would you ever want that?
I know. And the worst part was it used the proprietary fucking memory cards that they had. So the memory cards, if you wanted to get like 64 gigabytes, it would cost like $200 to get one.
That's nasty.
Because PlayStation, fucking Sony was really greedy about their memory stuff, using only specifically ones made by them. So you'd have to pay an arm and a fucking leg to download or save a game.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man,
See,
I remember the PSP one too. It didn't even look like an SD card. It had like it was an SD card but longer. Like it was about the size of your thumb. Something like that. Man. I don't know. There's that. All digital. I hope it doesn't come to that, but I feel like it's going to. Based on convenience.
But it's not
Because
convenient though.
it is for people. All they have to do is download the game.
Oh, you mean not like digital and you have to play it like connected to the internet. Okay.
No, okay, there's a difference between those. Yeah, there's the games that you can download and I'm using air quotes here, own the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's those that, like you said, you need to download and then be able to connect to the internet to play the game. There's some games like that.
That's fine.
I remember there being what was it? Oh, back in the day, maybe around the early aughts.
You're
Game
not
companies
25,
were.
you can't say that yet.
I am 25.
Okay, carry on.
Game companies. The one game I remember specifically that did this, and it was around that, I think like the 2010s or something like that. They were like, man, we don't like that people keep selling our games and then buying them for cheaper from GameStop or some shit because we don't get the cut, which they get nothing from used game sales, and I understand that. But then they started doing this really scummy process where if a game had a multiplayer, people would get a pass in the game, like where they had the manuals and stuff, that they could use to play online. But if they sold the game, the person who bought the game wouldn't be able to access the multiplayer. Like Mass Effect and whatchamacallit? Mass Effect and Battlefield. Battlefield 3 was one of them too. Fucking, you had to have the code to play online. So what they would do is you would have to pay like $15 to the company through online just to be able to play online. It was like a super scummy thing that I remember was actually pretty aggravating. Because I think I did buy Battlefield 3 used at one point. I don't know. It's that kind of stuff, like locking content and just the fact that like it can disappear at any time. That frustrates me with like the digital stuff. And I may have gone off on like a tangent about something somewhat related, maybe not necessarily the same thing.
I mean, cartridges break all the same too, though.
True.
But
Like,
I think the difference is that if a cartridge breaks, that's on you, the person.
It's
The
not
owner,
always break a
but
cartridge though.
I guess.
Like,
I mean,
okay. Here, I'm gonna put right in front of me a Blu-ray disc and a cartridge. And I'm going to take both of them and apply the same amount of pressure equally. Which one do you think is going to snap first?
Oh no, don't. Yeah, but what are you doing?
Alright, let me just find my copy of Watch Dogs 2 real quick. I think I didn't sell it. I think I told them no because it was $10. Hold on, let me just...
making an example of something that's not worth it.
Yeah. No, it's fine. But yeah, like, just durability is a thing too, I guess, for that. I understand that, like, games can get fucked up and scratched, specifically when they're discs. I know Blu-ray has, like, a extra coating or something that kind of helps against it, but it's not really that big a deal, because it doesn't do much. I mean, like,
man, there's also cases where like my girlfriend and her sister has played Super Mario 64 so much now coins don't render in until you're like right next to them.
They probably just need to clean the contacts.
But like the point is, but the thing is, Gamma, that's going to happen to everything eventually. Everything degrades over time. Digital doesn't. The only thing that degrades is access, right? So,
I mean your console could die.
Well, that too. But but that's why that's why I'm a PC Master Race guy. It's like the PC makes the most sense, right? Like it just you could transfer things like something with Steam. You could transfer everything over. Things usually play on it, but eventually things are going to get out of date, right? Does the game go away? No, you could find an older computer if you really wanted to and play it if you really care that much, or people revamp it, right? I don't know. And even now, like, if I wanted to play Age of Empires, I buy it on Steam. I'm not going to fire up my CD-ROM. Like, why the hell would I do that?
Why not?
Because it's old. Like, it's literally 19 years old. I would never do that.
Oh, by the way, back to the Mario thing. Just a heads up, if you do want to play it again, I recommend getting some rubbing alcohol, high content rubbing alcohol, like 98% or whatever. Getting a Q-tip, rubbing against those contacts like really hard, because that sounds like a continuity issue.
Gamma, my friend doesn't know where the antivirus program on her computer is. Do you think she can figure that out?
I think that literally, do they know about blowing into it?
Yes, that's all they know.
Tell them instead of blowing into it, get some fucking hard alcohol and just fucking rub that shit with a cotton ball.
Get the Grey Goose!
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, like high content rubbing alcohol for anybody if you ever have games, like old cartridge style games.
Oh man, we'll get some Ouzo.
Try that first.
Get some Ouzo. That'll clean the game right out of the cartridge.
Nah. Man, Ouzo's weak shit. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, it's 90%! What are you saying?
Yeah, I drink the fuck out of Ouzo.
No, there's no way. There's no way you could drink Ouzo like that.
I literally drank a whole bottle.
Dude, shit. I don't care if your blood is 75% alcohol concentration. Ouzo is gasoline.
It just tastes like black licorice. I didn't like it.
Not even. It's worse than that. It tastes like gasoline. And I've tasted gasoline before.
Oh, you know what?
You tasted gasoline.
What the station? Where else would I taste it?
What, were you siphoning gas out of somebody's car, you fucking ding-dong?
No,
How did you taste the gas?
The hesitation.
Gas may or may not have spilled onto my hand and I licked it?
What? Why did you lick it?
Because I was a dumbass kid! What do you want from me? I don't know!
Oh, no, you
I didn't know what it was. I was like, I probably had a drink or something in the car, and I thought it was just like, hey, I spilled some orange crush on me. And I'm like, oh. Yeah.
I can't talk shit. I liked the smell of gasoline as a kid.
I do too. Not anymore, but I used to.
You did.
But I never came across that because in New Jersey we do not pump our own gas. So until I moved to Florida, I did not realize that you could get gasoline on your body and you should clean it off as soon as possible.
The worst is when you spill it on your shoe, because then it soaks into the fabric. You're like, well, time to smell like I'm at a gas station for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we have one full-serve pump or 2 full-serve pumps in like a 50-kilometer radius. It's all self-serve here.
Yeah.
Full-serve is going out of business.
I don't know why we don't do it. It's not like it's hard.
Full-serve is more expensive, too. You pay for the labor.
I don't know.
Well, you do. We do here.
Well, I mean, okay, another thing is actually like service. Like they, people usually, like, at least back in the days, they used to tip the people, especially around the holidays. I don't see anybody do that nowadays.
No.
Now that credit cards are a thing.
But they also put it in the price. That's why, right? There's no reason to tip because they just charge you more for full serve. Like, there are places that have both self and full serve here, and literally you pay an extra, like, $2.50 for full serve. I'm like, yeah, no. Fuck. Or, yeah, I'm like, no. Like, I can wipe my own windows down. I can, as I have clean water. Here they do. Here they will. Depending on the place you go to. Small towns they will. Not bigger towns, but small towns they will.
Alright.
That's why you pay an extra like $2. And I'm like, that's not fucking worth it. I can pick up a handle, wash my hands when I get back in the car, or whatever, use hand sanitizer and do my own work.
Man, the only assumption I can make as to why they do that is because they don't want anybody fucking up their pump. Maybe.
No, I mean full serve was the thing before, right? It was a luxury to have a car, right?
Yeah.
How are you gonna mess up the pump? How do you mess up a pump?
You fucking throw it on the ground and step on it.
But you
How?
can't.
Yeah, but they're not that long.
Are you talking about like the nozzle part of it?
Yeah, the nozzle part.
What are your nozzles made of? Paper?
Aluminum, I think.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Everything has to be the same way because you're handling gas. Dude, there's no way you would be able to crack a pump or a nozzle.
I've seen somebody break one in Florida.
Okay, but that's Florida, Gamma. You're like out of the universe when you're in Florida, okay? Come to Canada and look at normal shit. Like, you've been corrupted in more ways than one over there.
Like, what if they changed it to pump your own gas here? And the fact that everybody's lived here forever for some fucking reason, they don't know how to pump their own gas. So they end up breaking the pumps by accident.
How?
What is life?
So what? They don't know how to pump their own gas, so what they do instead is they say, if I crush it, maybe gas will just magically go into the tank.
Man,
or they put it through the exhaust pipe. That must be it.
I would bet fucking money that somebody would put the fucking thing upside down in their gas tank and fucking ruin their tank.
Isn't it two circles though? Does that matter?
What?
Isn't it just circular? Why would that matter?
Because it's supposed to bend down instead of up.
It is? Is it? No, what?
Okay, hold
Really?
on, hold on. Let me pull up gas.
I've never tried.
I've never tried to do it upside down. You could be right.
No, it's going down. It's going down into the tank. The tank is down.
Okay, but Gamma, isn't that because of the pressure though? Like otherwise it won't get the pressure to go out of the tube?
No.
That's why it's angled down?
No, I don't know. Like,
why would that matter?
This point,
it's like a hose. If you hold the nozzle on a hose upside down, it's still gonna spray water.
But the hose isn't metal for like 4 inches of it.
Wait, why would the material matter?
Because it won't bend. Because it won't bend.
What?
Okay, no, but I think I remember saying, like, I think I remember hearing because the gas pumps work off of pressure, right? Hoses do too, but I think it's like because gas is more viscous, it needs to be like angled a certain way going. But even so, if you hold it upside down, like you're like holding your gun sideways like a cool person, like it doesn't matter because then they'd see, oh, this doesn't work, and you just finagle it in the hole until it works. People do it when they're indoor fucking in London. They can figure out a gas pump the same way.
Okay, there's a difference there.
No, it's a tube going in a hole. There's not much of a difference there.
Let me show you what the hole looks like real quick.
Just clarification. Which one?
Holes, so you know.
This one.
I'm a phys ed teacher. I need to see a.
I'm not. You know the other one. See that
I,
hole right there, and how it bends down.
Okay, hold on. Are you talking on the nozzle? Or are you talking in the gas tank?
I am talking the tank. See how it goes down into the tank, which is under the tank hole.
Yeah.
You see the gas pump and how it is curved downwards, right?
Yeah.
What if somebody were to do it upside down, and it would be pushing up against the top of they could break their tank. What?
It was still because you can still squeeze. You can squeeze the gas pump without it being in the tank. It'll still squirt gas.
I feel like I'm. Am I the stupid one here? Am I?
You might be right. I don't know, man. I just pump gas. I've never ever questioned what if with my gas tank and my nozzle being upside down. Like I understand what you're saying, where it fits in perfectly, right? Like the tubes line up, but I don't. Because, like, I could basically play like a water balloon, like where you had to shoot the water into the target to fill up the balloon and pop the clown's head or whatever. Like, you could do that with gas.
But would you want to?
I guess I'm.
You get fined and probably arrested.
That's
for attempted arson. And frankly, I wouldn't mind if they called that wrong because that's dangerous.
What happens if you pump gas upside down?
I don't understand. What happened?
And this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nothing seems broken there.
I don't know why, but
is that broken? Oh, it's a safe. Oh, open link.
Was something about a mechanism. And then
when the fuel rises and blocks the vent port, the flow air stops and redirects it back into the... Okay, yeah, so it does work off of the pressure thing. Yeah, it has to be... Okay, so it has to be in a specific way to suck the gas into the tank. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. But again, how are they going to break a gas nozzle like the way you said it, where they're going to be like, oopsie, not working upside down, and just drop it?
I
We're just dealing with a whole
would...
new level of unskilled people, rather than them not figuring it out.
You see how that is curved downwards, right? I'm assuming somebody puts it in upside down and pushes it really hard.
But you can break it either way by pushing it really hard the right way.
I don't understand.
Because then you can get it stuck. You can get it stuck. You can snap the thing if you really try hard. Yeah, but like this is you gotta be like a bodybuilder to really break these things, man. Like I know it's plastic casing and stuff like that. Yes, you could break the nozzle easily upside down, but really. That would be true. You would have to try.
Maybe I am pulling a string. I don't know.
No, you are correct. I understand what you're saying, but I truly believe that if you have been spoiled your whole life, not spoiled, but if you have had the privilege of people pumping your gas, all right, you go up to your mom and dad, say, "Can we have the sex talk?" And now all of a sudden you know how to pump gas. Literally.
I'm sorry.
Except there's no trigger. It just happens. It's like autofill.
Triggered right now. Oh. What the fuck?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear any of that.
You're better off.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, you all went through phys ed. Come on.
I sort of. I actually don't remember any of it.
Oh my
I just remember the one weird question that somebody asked, and then being brought into different rooms.
Gamma, did you learn not to do illegal drugs?
Learn? No. Taught? Sure.
Okay, did you learn not to abuse significant others or any friends?
That's just common sense.
Did you, not to everybody, did you learn that over excess intake of alcohol when your life is at risk is a bad thing?
I've not had that issue. We've gone over that one.
Oh yeah. And have you learned not to fuck anybody off the street and to just, ask for consent? If it was to happen, you walking virgin. As you call it.
I was told to wait for marriage.
Okay, then you're fine. You learned everything you need to learn in phys ed. There's literally nothing else. And maybe how to hold a ball. I'm not devaluing my own practice. Those are the TLDR Reader Digest, you'll make it through life now type of points.
I've learned my mistake for asking for clarification on things, so I'm just going to leave that there.
What do you mean? Holding a ball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm talking about, because here's the thing. What someone sees as holding a basketball, others see as actually hand-eye coordination and dexterity that you had to learn at some point. I have had kids in my grade 9 classes, when I was doing practicum, did I ever tell you about the kid who didn't actually know how to hold a ball? Or how to catch a ball? He didn't know how to fucking catch a basketball. Do you know how he was catching it? With his thumbs tucked into his palms.
So he's playing volleyball?
No, Gamma, like, splay your hand, stick all 5 fingers out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now, put your thumb as far over in towards your pinky as you can.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he caught a basketball like that.
Like, in between, or like did he have upside down?
Like he's holding he's showing the number 4. Like he's trying to show you the number 4.
I see.
Yeah, that's how he was catching his basketball. And we're like, motherfucker, you're gonna break your thumbs when someone does an actual pass to you, like a chest pass. But that's how we noticed when he was in soccer. He would throw the ball, overhead throw, with his thumbs tucked in. And there was nothing in his record that would suggest that we need to be concerned with any type of physical disability or any type of learning disability. He literally just never played anything as a kid. And he's 14 years old.
Man, I don't feel like that's an excuse because I never played anything as a kid, so I didn't know.
I bet you held something spherical between the ages of 0 and 14.
Yeah, a bowl.
There you go.
Cereal.
So clearly, this kid has never done anything for himself and has never been told, son, get your thumbs out of the way. Like it's something you have to trust me. What you take for granted with walking. Have you ever noticed how many people walk with their feet out and not for injury reasons? Like they've just been walking with their feet at 45-degree angles their entire life. Especially happens to people who are more overweight to the point where their muscles adapt that way. And now you have people literally walking like they're half pengu, half clown shoes. No offense to anybody, but that's literally terrible for your lower hips, your quads, everything.
That's
like
me.
Yes, but that's because for some kids, I'm not talking about you, Gamma, but I'm saying for some kids, they have literally never been taught the basics of movement. And as baby children, when they're learning, baby children? As opposed to adult, well, I mean, you know what? That works. As baby children, because we're dealing with a lot of adult children right now. But as babies, you know, when they were teaching you to walk properly, they were never given the opportunity or taught well or like, you know, adjusted to do it. Like I was a big foot dragger. Right? I would always drag my feet, especially with boots on. So my mom would constantly yell at me, like, lift your feet, lift your feet, lift your feet. So till I learned, and I still make the mistake, but I think that's also partially just injury. But like I learned to not drag my feet, and also I used to have a giant turn, like almost 50-degree angle in my right foot. I used to just walk one leg straight, one leg completely tilted, to the point where I had to go to physio or chiropractic to help me with that. Right? But I was taught this. There are kids who are doing it like they're saying, like, why do you have your feet straight? I'm like, You're serious, right? Why do I have my feet straight? Like they think that walking diagonal is normal. Like this is not. I'm not joking when I say like learning dexterity, like manual dexterity, especially since the other thing too, you have to realize with the digital age, without as much writing being done on paper, you are losing so much control in your hands through typing. You still learn a different dexterity, but when it comes to manual, you're not holding something anymore. That's a big fucking deal for kids, right? That's what I'm saying. You learn to have consent, have good relationships, don't overdo it when you're not safe, and don't do drugs that are illegal. And then manual dexterity from that's why I say, if you can hold the ball, you've succeeded. Because literally, there are people out there who are passing high school who cannot grasp the basic features of kicking a ball with the inside of their foot or throwing a ball from behind their head. I'm not saying they have to be like the Ken Griffey Jr. or whoever. I can't name a pitcher. I'm not saying you got to be you don't have to be a Mr. T, okay? But you got to be able to hold a ball in the palm of your hand, wrap 4 fingers and a thumb around it, bring it behind your head, put your elbow first, and throw. I know kids after 4 years that can't do that. Just like kids in karate where their thumb, see how I said I can get angry at things? Here you go. Or where they couldn't grasp the concept of taking their thumb and tucking it over top the other 4 fingers when forming a fist. They've been punching for years with their thumb tucked in. And that's okay for a white belt because they don't know. When you're going for your black belt 6 years into your training, you're still tucking your thumb in, for God's sake, I'm going to rip it off so you don't damage it yourself. It's painful to watch, man. But the other thing is, the big thing about that for us, everyone would get upset and be like, they didn't learn well. For us, like, no, it's not they're not learning well. It's the fact that when it came to physical training, when it came to physical development, they never had the attention like someone like us had, or I could only speak for myself. I don't know about you two, but like I had a ton of physical attention, and it wasn't like obnoxious and hover parenting or whatever. It was like, no, it was literally like I was taught to be a physical human, as humans are. They are physical beings. They are meant to move. We are mechanical, right? There are a lot of people that aren't. You know, I had like the kids that I used to tutor, like 10 years old. The guy would drag both his feet. He'd be flopping like he's fucking Pengu. Like it was disgusting. And like his flat-footedness wasn't helping because like, well, why does he have flat feet? Because you didn't give him arch support. You had the man walk barefoot his entire life. That damages the arches. On top of that, when his arches are collapsing, that's when you get the support. He didn't get the support, so now he's screwed. You can live as flat-footed, but it ain't comfortable. Trust me. I got collapsed arches. It's not comfortable, and I used to wear a lot of support. It's, and you can strengthen them too, but they don't know how to strengthen feet. And I'm like, you can actually strengthen your feet by like squeezing the toes into the ground when you walk and stuff like that. That's how I had to build up my arch. But, yeah, no, trust me. It's not as I'm born, I know this type of thing as like breathing. It's spooky. That spooks me more about future generations than anything else.
I have spent this entire time trying to figure out how someone would naturally come to the conclusion that they need to hold a ball by tucking in their thumbs.
We don't know either.
We have opposable thumbs for a reason. I don't understand why the conclusion you would draw is to just not use it.
Like when
Like,
we
how
went
does
back,
this kid hold mugs?
that's what I was gonna say. We went back into the phys ed room after, and him and I were just talking like if you're holding a mug, is he just wrapping the outside? Like, does he think the fucking hook is for hanging it up on the wall or something? Like, do they not have mugs? Like, there's a chance he doesn't ever use the mug, right? But like, it was just so confusing us because we're like, obviously we're not insulting the kid, but we're trying to figure out like, how do we help him understand what to do? Because we're trying to understand what is the origin of not using an opposable thumb, and like the only solution we can have is he's actually never used anything that would require a thumb, but that's kind of hard to believe.
I mean, technically everything
To
does.
an extent. To an extent, yeah.
I mean,
Brushing
you
your
don't
teeth.
have to use. I mean, you can stick your thumb out for that.
Like, how does he write with a pencil or pen? Like when I write, I know I rest it a little bit differently. Like I can't do the thing everyone else does, but like I rest it on my ring finger and my thumb wraps over top. But I'm going like, so what? Is he just like, I used to know a guy who used to write between his index and middle finger, and he would just write on the side, like his like no contact with the other three fingers. It was so weird, but he could write really quickly like that, and it was kind of messy. But I mean, so is mine. But I'm just like, that's just impressive. But like, we're just trying to figure out like,
that's how I write.
Oh really? Without like the two finger contact?
Like with two fingers resting on.
Like his basically he would put the pencil on his middle finger and wrap his index finger over top. He'd hold really close to the edge, and he'd just write like that. And like his thumb, like his pinky and his ring finger would guide on the page, and his thumb would just be like floating out there. It was really bizarre how he could form words, especially since he had no pressure because he has the thumb to push.
Oh, weird. Oh no.
Yeah, it was an anomaly.
I had to grab something. I was like, wait, how do I write things?
Yeah, I was looking for the pencil before I started telling the story. I'm like, wait, pencil,
Yeah.
make sure. Yes, this is not weird. Okay. But yeah, like that's the stuff. When I say I'm obsessed with human movement, that's what I'm obsessed with. Right? That's what I get obsessed with. Like understanding how these form, right? And how far one would have to go to let this be a habit, right? Because that's fucking scary. You know, if we had never seen that, this kid one day was gonna go catch something that's like running into him, or maybe like yeah, like what happens if he falls off his bike and he's got to catch a tree or like something in front of him? He just throws his thumbs in the way. Like, yeah, like those are gone. Those are gone, right? Like even when I fell on Monday, I guess I have enough instinct to like throw my arm out instead of like catching with a wrist, because I would have broken my wrist, right, if I just didn't let my hip hit. Because I had no choice, right? Legs going one way, torso's going the other. I'm twisted midair. I'm like, yeah, I'm falling flat, right? But I know that. I know many people catch themselves the wrist and break it, right? I'm lucky that my instincts and my training has led to movements and reflex that would just, you know, lead to hopefully less things broken. Not as well as it used to be, but hey, what am I going to do, right? Just got to train from that. Break falling is important, but yeah, it was just... I remember that specifically because that was one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen in phys ed. Because that's when I also took my physicality for granted, and then I saw this kid, and I'm like, I guess we can't assume things exist like that. Like, it's just, that's a thing.
I guess so, yeah.
Yep.
That kid's not going to be prepared. That's for
what, Gamma?
He's not going to be what? Sorry, you
prepared. That's for sure.
Prepared for what?
Falling, apparently.
He's not going to be prepared for a lot of things. Imagine he lived in London. Oh my God, by himself. How is that going to work?
What?
It's be a lot of chafing.
God damn it, Noob.
Gamma, you said that you need your head out of the gutter, so I'm shoving mine in there to pull you out, but unfortunately it has side effects.
You know what I found in the gutter?
Oh no.
Halloween candy.
Ew. Keep it?
So we were talking about how ouzo tastes like black licorice, which is literally the worst candy ever.
Yes.
So that got me thinking.
Oh no.
Halloween is canceled in my neighborhood and the one next to it. But now I have these bags of candy.
Yep.
Which I have been eating. Probably shouldn't be, but still.
Oh.
What's your guys' favorite candy? What would you like in your Halloween picnic basket?
What?
Man. Halloween picnic, yes. I really like Twix. I don't know if I want to say that's like my
Really?
favorite candy, but yeah, I like Twix a lot.
Twix is good. That's one of the candies I have.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard Twix in a long time.
Yeah, but only the left Twix.
What's wrong with the right Twix?
Fucking hate the stupid marketing where they have like that single Twix package and it's like left or
the company
right.
split, and it's like we're taking the left Twix. They're taking the right Twix.
Like what they did in 2006 or whatever? Like
yeah, some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
God.
This is the dumbest marketing thing ever, and
I hate how it's still a thing. Like we'll get those
it?
variety packs from Costco. We'll get those variety packs from Costco where it has a bunch of candy like Twix and Hershey's and M&Ms and
the
all that
ones
stuff.
I'm eating right
And you get the
now.
fucking like left and right Twix shoved in there.
I have the mini
individually.
Twix.
Yep.
They have the left and right shit on it. It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's a tiny Twix. It's the dumbest marketing campaign I think I've ever seen, but it makes people remember.
I told my boyfriend about it, and then he started making political jokes after it. Because of like the left and the right.
Yeah, no, I get it now.
And I'm just like,
It's a good joke. It's a good joke. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
Actually, a quick aside, because you're American.
Yeah.
I realize now why I always got confused with why I could never figure out like Republicans and Democrats compared to liberal and conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Because over there, Republican is red, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's considered conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Red in Canada is liberal.
Oh, it's like
so it's reversed.
It's reversed. That's why I'd always get confused. So like when you guys would talk about Republican, I'm going, man, Republican doesn't sound very liberal at all. What the fuck? And then I'm looking at the Democrat going, that's not conservative. What the hell is happening over there? And then people look at Canada going, what the hell is the Orange Party? And the Green Party? Like we're just a bag of Skittles over here for politics.
Whoa, Skittles.
Yeah. Now I now understand why I was getting confused with that. I was just thinking about that today because we have, I think, an election coming up at some point too. But
at some point, do you know what your election day is?
I think it's like a mid one or a quarter one or whatever. But
I don't want to get too into politics, but I will say that I don't really care for that kind of system. Just like two sides.
No, not me either.
How everybody views things.
Very polarizing and becomes us versus them very quickly, as you can see.
Which devolves very quickly.
Yeah.
Into like literally instead of having a conversation, you get down to the point where you're just fuck you. No fuck you though. No fuck you.
Like it sounds from what I'm hearing, it sounds like okay, so one thing I heard was that apparently people are putting fake ballot boxes out for people to drop off their mail-in ballots.
Yeah, what the hell?
And then, like, in some places, they're limiting the amount of polling places.
Yeah.
And I'm
take a guess which parts they're not keeping this year.
Any place with a high black population?
The poorer parts, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That too. Who would have thought?
I mean, voter suppression has always been a thing, but I think more like now more than ever, it's like, oh, people are like, oh wow, they're deliberately being assholes. They even more than ever.
There was like a thing a long time back that people were standing outside polls with guns.
What? With
guns? Like, long time ago. I don't remember what year it was.
God.
But it was pretty early on. And I think I heard something about them doing it again this year.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't surprise me.
I could be misinformed. Again, don't take my word to heart because I'm just going off things I partially remember. Which could be right or wrong. But I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that they used to do that in the olden days as a tactic to, keep certain people from voting.
Mm-hmm.
And I with the current standing that we have right now, I'm pretty sure I thought I heard somebody say that there was a group that was going to start doing that.
Oh well, duh.
Uh-huh.
That never surprised me, no matter what year it is.
No, but it is fucked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I think of, or that's why whenever I talk politics with people, one, if people ask me what side I am on, I tell them I'm not on a side, I'm on a spectrum, because I literally am on a spectrum. And two, when I choose a leader, I choose based off like the party that I would lean more towards than the leader, because no matter what, none of them actually have like fulfilled anything in the past 20, 25 years. So their notes only go so far.
I bet their favorite Halloween candy is black licorice.
No, they wouldn't even like Halloween. Isn't it like that one person who basically said, like, if you like Halloween as an adult, you're basically a fool?
Fuck them.
Why? What if
Like
you like
Christmas as an adult, you're a
spooky
fool, man.
things?
They haven't had
Bullshit.
more than 2 people hug them in the past 10 years, apparently.
What if you like the spooky season?
Yeah, like Halloween has so many things to it, right? You could just be a fan of horror movies, and
Mhm.
that's your spooky Halloween season. Like,
Or maybe you like dressing up.
yeah, cosplay. Cosplay's year round.
Mhm.
I like the pumpkin flavors. Other than pumpkin spice.
Of what?
Anything. Have you ever had pumpkin donuts? Pumpkin cupcakes?
Ew.
Pumpkin pie?
Okay, pumpkin
Pumpkin
donuts I have
cookies?
had. Sorry, pumpkin cupcakes I've had.
Pumpkin peppermint? Okay, that's not a thing. I
Ew.
just made that up, but that actually sounds like it could be pretty good.
I haven't had pumpkin pie in so long. Oh.
Dude, pumpkin's probably one of my favorite flavors.
We had baked pumpkin at Halloween or at Thanksgiving.
There you go. That works too.
Yeah, it's good.
Fucking you know what? Since we're talking about these kinds of things, after we debate what the best Halloween candy is, or you know what? Let's get a list. Let's do a debate next week to debate what objectively is the best Halloween candy. Everybody write up 5 of your favorite candies.
Objectively?
Yeah, write up 5 of your favorite candies, and then we will discuss why and which one's better, and then eventually declare a winner.
It's not a contest. Candy can be loved equally.
I'm making a contest for next week.
Gamma, but the thing is, candy is one of the few things that we can all love together. I don't want to turn it into a contest, man.
Noob, let me get a topic for next week, please.
We can discuss our favorites without having to exclude other candies.
We're not.
Except fuck Twizzlers.
I'm saying, well, yeah, but also.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I like Twizzlers.
Basically, what I'm saying is we get 5 of our favorites. We will pull them all together and discuss which is our favorite, like which is the best out of our favorites for this year at least. Because people's tastes change. Like, what's the best Halloween candy you would ever want to get? Because it's definitely going to take more than the time we have left to discuss that, I think.
I don't know if it...
The way that I'll discuss it, at least.
Okay, yeah. So, in other words, Gamma needs his own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Because I got the time for that.
He does.
Okay, then what's your guys' favorite holiday?
Holiday?
And why? Yeah, favorite holiday and why. Since we're coming up on the holiday season. It is October.
I don't know if I've ever really had strong feelings about holidays. I mean, I guess a lot of people would say Christmas because it's like, yeah, you get free shit from people. I don't know.
My favorite holiday is International Girlfriend Day because it reminds me how lucky I am.
All right, Noob.
Got him.
I can't.
That's how you get the bucks with a girlfriend who doesn't listen to any of the content I make. Hell yeah.
I don't know. I
can't follow that one up, Gamma. Yep.
I like Thanksgiving, but Halloween's probably the best one because of the spooky stuff. I do like spooky stuff and the change of seasons. I like seeing orange and red trees outside. Sometimes whenever they decide to start doing that.
I just wish it wasn't like 90 degrees in October.
Yeah,
like,
which
is happening.
Yeah, I'm looking outside. There's still no orange or yellow leaves
Seriously?
And I'm concerned. Yeah.
Dude, we're like we actually transformed early this year.
The lowest it's been like during the high is oh god, it's been like 70 average. It has not been cold.
Huh. Come over here then. We're like averaging 40 your weather, even though I said I'd never use Fahrenheit again because of that Nuzlocke death.
What?
What was the Nuzlocke death?
Because I was paying attention to chat, trying to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit for them, and then that's when our Pidgeotto died in the Halloween event that we were doing.
Oh yeah.
I see.
The
So
one that you
you're-
only did 4 gym badges for?
It's a new block, yes.
Okay. Just check.
Doing the same thing with the Ghost Dark only run. I'm only going to Olivia.
So I see you are blaming the imperial sort of measurement for
I've always
your Nuzlocke
blamed the
death.
Imperial measurements. Always. Imperial's the problem in general. What has an Imperial Age ever done for us? Think about that. Other than in Age of Empires 2 help you win the game. Like, what else has the Imperial Age ever done for us?
Screw over a lot of different cultures.
Done for us, Raz.
Oh,
I mean, it has done that for us, which is sad.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
No, I can't. To actually answer your question, I'm similar to Raz, where holidays are holidays. Like, you know,
I'm surprised that like there's not one that's just like kind of more partial to, like you're more partial towards.
I think it's
Like,
just because my family is a good family. Don't get me wrong. Like, my family's a very good family that like super values all the time they get together with the events. But like, I'm the type of person where I go, I don't need a day to celebrate. Like, Thanksgiving to me is like, I celebrate my family at any moment I can. I don't need a special day to do it. Like anniversaries, I celebrate just out of the fact that my girlfriend likes it. But anniversaries for me have been like, they were very special. Now on my third relationship, I'm just kind of like, you know what? Like, I'm happy just every day. And I feel like if I make a special day, it feels forced a little bit. But that's me. I'm weird like that. So
I get that. I can understand that.
yeah.
Maybe I'm asking the question the wrong way. I don't know. I feel like, you know, just like any kind of like special feeling that like one gets more than the others.
I think
like
maybe
for me,
New Year's.
yeah, okay. There
I know.
we go.
I know what you're asking. I know what you're asking. Right? Like if anything has any more like value, like if any of the holidays mean more than the others to me or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that would probably be New Year's. But that was because New Year's was always a super like emotionally charged time for me. Like I used to go on walks I still do go on. I try to go on walks every New Year's. I'm not allowed to do any anymore after the one on New Year's, but that's a story if we have time after. But yeah, New Year's has always been just like a reflection time for me. And I used to have a lot of like great things happening with people, but then it would also just be like the reminder of like the shitty relationship I was in with my ex and like, you know, the sadness of unemployment and stuff like that. So usually you had like that super emotionally charged feeling to it, but also now it's gotten like better in most ways.
Yeah.
So
I got you. Yeah, no, I see what you mean, Noob. Like, yeah, that I guess that's more like what I was asking. The same way towards you, Raz. Like, basically, like, is there any holiday that, like, you know, you look forward to? You have like emotion? I don't know.
Not in recent times, honestly. Like I feel like Christmas is one of those things where you're super excited as a kid, and you grow up and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I don't like Christmas anymore.
New Year's. I don't do much for New Year's.
Sometimes I forget New Year's happened, and then I realize, oh, it's next year.
I do I like staying up past midnight though on New Year's. There was the time that I went to London, I slept through midnight and I was so upset at myself because I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was just like, I missed everything. No.
Well, it would have been
felt
your New
really
Year
bad.
in California.
That's true, but, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I don't know. I do this thing. I don't know if anyone else does this, but like right before the new year hits, I'm like, oh shoot, I need to do something before the year ends, and then I'll do something random like I gotta get my New Year's dabs in before the new year, and I'll be like, oh man, this is gonna be the last dab of like 2017 or something.
Ban her. She
shit.
chose dabs. She chose dabs of all
Oh,
things.
shit.
You know what I do before the new year ends, Raz? I take another shot.
I mean, that works.
Then we take a shot at New Year's.
Mm-hmm. And we have black eyed peas and okra every New Year's, which is nice. And we drink apple cider.
Nice.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Fun times.
Good old times.
Yeah, usually
Happy good times.
usually New Year's is a party. Not this year. Won't be this year, but we'll figure something out. But
I haven't been to a New Year's party in so long.
we only started actually like we used to do the whole family party thing, and then it just got too busy for people, and then people started either getting sick or dying or stuff like this. We just stopped like planning the parties. But then it became like, my sister's going to parties, I go to my same friend's party every year. So it's not like it was, the family like Raz. I also get upset if I don't stay up to midnight, and I'm usually the one, because especially since my friends can't stay up very long, right? Like I'm proud of my girlfriend every year who actually stays awake until midnight. She can do it, but not consistently, right? Like I can basically do it if I try hard enough most nights now, still. But like her claim to fame is she could actually stay up mostly as late as I can, for the most part, because I can stay up till like 4 or 5 a.m. on New Year's, and she makes it till like 1. I'm so proud of her. But yeah, because my friends usually go to bed at like 10 o'clock. Like my girlfriend's parents, they will literally go to bed at 10. Like they'll just be like getting ready for bed, and I'll just go to bed at 10. Like literally no care at all about it. And then there's my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend, where his father's like jumping parties. The dude's in his 60s, jump between house parties on the street. I'm just like,
that's pretty great.
That's me in the future. I don't know if I'd be a person who would get to know my whole street, but if that ever happens, like the dude just he just comes home. We're partying and doing whatever at his place, and he just comes over like, "You guys all right?" We go, "Yeah, you okay?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I like took a shot over at the Robinsons, then we took a shot over at the Billies, and then we took a shot over." He's just talking about like he was talking about his kids, and he had to go pass out because he was tired. It's just like he's just talking about, we're sitting there at our one party playing Catan and having like minor shots of apple cider, and then he's just like taking shots at every house he goes to on his street.
That's so good.
and walking home, like the dude is half drunk. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm good." He just walks home, goes to bed at 12:30. He's done.
Oh,
Man, that sounds really good. I wish that would work for me. I would be so down for that. But I hate my neighbors, and alcohol does nothing for me, so.
That's true, yeah. Just the happiest. Just reminds me of like those old movies where you watch like the guy in the like the balloon pants, or what are they called, pontoon pants, like where he's just walking around with like a disco's music going on in the back. That's him on New Year's. Yeah. That's him just strutting down the street on New Year's. That's his life.
That's
yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, if I don't make it to midnight, I will cry on New Year's. I'll wake up and be like, "Oh my god, what is wrong with me? This is the only thing I have to live for. That's a guarantee. The year changed."
Yeah.
I mean, it's annoying, man. Like, it's literally the night to stay up, right? Like people use their birthday as an excuse, or use graduation as an excuse. New Year's is literally the night that you wait for the year to change over. And if you don't make it, you've wasted a year. Like your year doesn't even end with, it ends with Raz dabbing. It doesn't end with like an end of an era, right? An end of a decade, an end of a year, end of 365 days of me living through whatever shit I'm living through in the year, right? Like it ends with a picture of Raz vaguely picture of Raz dabbing. That's what I'm gonna imagine now. Anytime I don't stay up, I'm gonna be like 50, and there's gonna be one night where I'm gonna get tired at 11:55 p.m. I'm gonna come onto Discord or like Discord 4.0 by the time we're that age, and be like, Raz,
Yeah.
God, I'm falling asleep, but all I can think about is you dabbing. I must make it. And then I just like de-age 30 years. And I go, yes, I will stay up. And then 12:01 hits and right on the desk.
Wait, why is that what you sound like when you de-age?
Because I become manly noob again. I'll be manly noob when I'm 55, but I'll be manly noob once again. And then part Sean Connery.
The older you get, the more you turn into Sean Connery.
Okay, hold on though. That's a good trade-off, man. That's a sizably good trade-off. I would take that. If I could age with the voice of Morgan Freeman or Sean Connery and keep the looks of like George Clooney or Chris Pine as I age, you know what? I'd be in a pretty good spot. Not that I don't respect my own voice and looks, but you know, I'd like to sound like Darth Vader. Which was, I forget his name. Oh my god, I just lost it. Help me. Help me. What's the voice of Darth Vader? What's the voice of Darth Vader?
Fuck.
Oh my god, I feel stupid right now. I know this.
I don't.
Oh, what's his name? It's also Mufasa. It's also Mufasa.
This makes no difference. I think I've watched it still. I don't know actors.
No! Voice of... Oh my god, I'm breaking things. Voice of Mufasa. Mufasa? James Earl Jones. Okay, I want the voice of James Earl Jones as I age. I want to sound like Darth Vader and look like Captain America as I age.
That's a lot to ask for.
So then I can become Luke. I am Canada's ass.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Awesome.
no, just me.
No, I get it.
I don't know about the ass part.
Well, because people say Captain America is America's ass.
I know, but...
So I'm in Canada. I don't plan to move out of Canada. I'll be Canada's ass. But like in a good context.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't they say it in a good context?
Yeah, but I mean like in an applicable context. No, because like if you call someone an ass, you're calling them an ass because they're being an ass. But
in the movie.
Yeah, but some people don't know that. People also don't know how to catch a ball. So, you know, you gotta be specific sometimes.
I guess.
I'm just saying.
Are you guys gonna dress up for Halloween?
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably not.
Because I think I've figured out what I'm gonna do, and it's really low effort.
I'm probably not gonna leave my house, so...
Are you gonna print off a picture of my face and just strap it over yours?
No.
Damn, that would have been a good idea.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna dress up as that one girl from. I'm gonna dress up as Uzaki from Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out.
Who?
Okay, here. Maybe this will help you.
I could dress up as one of those Battleship girls. Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can.
You could.
I could just grab a bunch of like toilet paper rolls and like paper towel rolls and just like stick them all over me.
Let me find a good picture. It's not fan made.
Gee, why not, Gamma? Why
Don't
can't we
ask.
look at the fan made pictures?
Here, you know what? I'll just send the front page of the first manga.
I don't think it's gonna make me feel any better. But
There you
sure,
go. I'm just gonna buy the shirt and wear some jeans. I'm a gender bend that.
Do it.
I think it'll be fun.
Load.
Oh. What?
Sugoi Dekai?
Yeah. Super
Are you gonna
huge.
get the Fang too? Oh, is that what? Oh.
I think that's what it is. Hold on.
Oh.
I think my friend told me what it means.
I mean, whether you're right or not, we can agree that yes. But
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. It's,
is that what Sugoi means?
No, Sugoi means awesome or great, like crazy. Like,
okay.
Yeah, and then Dekai, I guess, means large, so I guess it's like super big. Or awesomely big, or something like that.
So, when people say Sugoi Desu Kawaii, are they saying, like, awesomely
amazingly cute.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense to me, and I wish I never had to learn that.
You're welcome. I think.
Thanks. Oh, sorry. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that, and then I don't know, maybe I'll stream or something. If I can find a shirt, that is.
Now, Gamma, are you gonna match the size though?
I already do.
But like in that way though.
I already do.
There's no way. We're just gonna say it, Gamma. You don't have D's that look like that.
Hey, men can have D.
Yeah, but look, not that shape, okay? Not like that.
I don't know, man.
That requires a little bit of silicone.
I don't know, man. By the way, I'd like to point out this manga is actually adorable, and anybody looking at it for the other thing is fucking stupid. I like this manga. It's cute and it's adorable, and shut the fuck up.
At the same time, we're not using this manga in forms of talking about whether or not it's adorable. We're talking about you want to look like a girl that has D's.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And I've seen you, Gamma. I'm sorry, but your breasts do not form the shape that I would expect to make this cosplay work without a little bit of assistance.
I mean, okay.
I'm just saying. I like cosplays that go all the way.
Man,
Okay?
why does Red Rebel not do anything larger than 2X? I'm sad.
Oh no.
If they're gonna steal people's artwork, they might as well let me buy it in 3X. Assholes.
I don't know what's happening.
He's looking at shirts.
Sorry,
yes.
I've gone off the rails again.
Did you know that there was I remember seeing size of shirts because in Canada I never knew anything existed after 4XL, and then I learned of like 8X clothing, and I'm like,
Big
interesting,
big and tall.
That's fair.
Have you heard of 3XL? You know what? Like
you cut out.
Have you ever heard of 3XLT? Or 4XLT?
Is that large and tall?
Yeah, basically it's the tall version, and it adds more length to the middle of the shirt.
Is that
as opposed to making it wider?
Is that new? Because first of all, did you used to use do you use like 3X or do you spell it like 3X's?
Like no, like 3XL. Sorry, XL. Like extra,
no, but I'm
large.
saying like I think I've seen T before because here before they started changing it over to like using numbers. Excuse me. You used to actually like write 3X's. Like it'd be like XXXL.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. That would be extra wide. The 2 X's.
There's that difference? Really? I didn't know that was a difference.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. I'm gonna have to make this shirt myself. Pissed. Now I actually have to put effort in my Halloween costume.
Okay.
Damn it. So you said you're gonna dress up as one of the girls from fucking Idle Frontline or whatever the fuck it's called?
Nautical Frontline? Yeah, sure.
Sure.
What?
No, I don't know. I want to. I used to put a lot of effort into my costumes. AKA my mom would dress me up really well. But I don't know. This year is going to be really weird because like Halloween is so packed. We have an Extra Life Day right before Halloween. On Halloween is the League of Legends finals. So I don't know. Well, actually, that's
really?
Yeah.
No.
But what's it called? Yeah, it's just like it's because of Extra Life now. It's like I don't have a lot of time to think about Halloween so much more. That's why I'm like the Halloween new blocks are probably the nice thing to do, but it's at the same time I just don't. There's not a lot of time, man. There's not a lot of time. There's so much still to do. Oh my god,
so much to see, so much to do.
Why do I feel like that's from Magic School Bus? Arthur
Smash
Mouth.
Yes, that one. That one. There you go.
So much to do, so much to see.
Yeah,
but,
you know.
Yeah, that's why I was getting confused. Like if it's in the opposite order, it sounds like it came out of a cartoon.
Man, I'm gonna have to put a lot of effort in this costume now, but I've already said it, so I'm pushing it now.
Are you getting the fang? You didn't answer that. Are you getting the one tooth that's...
I'm just gonna rip out one of my teeth, and I have the fang.
Oh, perfect, man. Yeah, excellent. You know, you could also just put a cap over it and make it longer. But yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I could, but that's not dedication. I need to be dedicated to this if I'm doing it. Why is it so hard to find clothes in my size? Dire.
I don't know. I don't shop.
Is that what,
I don't shop for myself, so I have no idea.
Is that what the market's telling me? I need to do that. Oh, is there a blue one? Tell me there's a blue one. Oh, it's not.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm okay with Gamma going down this rabbit hole.
Okay, there we go. I could do this.
This is an okay rabbit hole.
Oh, it won't get here until after Halloween. Sick.
Oh, really?
Man. I would go, like, I just don't have the time. Like, I don't know.
Sure you do. What time don't you have?
Any.
What are you doing?
I'm up till 4 in the morning doing homework.
I have a hard time believing that.
Me too. But I do it. And I'm still behind.
Rip.
Sadly, that's the reason I haven't been able to stream or do anything with my friends. This is the only exception, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 hours looking for the shirt now because I'm mad. Or I could do some sewing.
You could. Whoa.
Definitely do that. I will do some sewing. I will buy 2 shirts, cut the sleeves off one of them, and then sew the other part on. It'll be way more expensive than it should be. And yeah.
Will it be worth it in the end?
Probably not. But hell, why not? Why? Okay. What were we talking about before I went on this tirade again?
The fact that you don't have D's to fill this costume.
Listen, I hate to break it to you. But I don't have a bra, Noob.
You have a bro.
No, that's... Okay. Sure.
That's a joke from Seinfeld! Come on, man!
I never watched Seinfeld!
Oh, for God's sake, you can't say fucking... Everyone's ruined something that's been said!
The second you said Seinfeld, the bass came into my head. Because of the Seinfeld theme.
Oh, yeah! Yes.
And now I got a sticker.
Oh! Special shoutouts to Pokemon Showdown being a game category now on Twitch.
Oh, yeah! I saw that. Cool.
I don't understand how that happened, but it's there.
I mean, technically, it is a different game.
It is a different game. It's a database. I'm just surprised that, you know, after the whole fiasco we had, that we now just have Pokemon Showdown out of nowhere.
That's fine.
Oh,
look at that.
I am going to try and abuse it, but it's extra lifetime.
Not true.
Yep.
Oh, I guess we don't have time for you to do your explanation on your New Year's Eve thing, or like, is that...
Wait, which one was this talking about again?
You're talking about the New Year's Eve. You're not allowed to go out now because of...
Oh, yeah, I went... Oh, it's a pretty short story. I went out, and it was a really icy morning, and then it turned out that it was very icy for me to walk on, and basically I got chewed out by all my friends because I went walking on like a downward slope with all this black ice. I basically like slid down the whole thing. I was fine. It was just like, you could have died. I'm like, okay.
Well, Damn.
I mean, I get that's your opinion.
Opinion.
No, I used to go on walks at like 4 a.m. by myself and just they're concerned. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Okay, whatever.
I guess
That's
I'll be
fine.
It's fair. It's fair. I'm glad that people care enough to make sure that I'm safe.
Yeah, at least your friends care.
Wow.
It's a good thing.
I thought you were talking about yourself though, Gamma.
No.
Usually people do the at least to compare themselves. Stop
No,
comparing.
my friends care.
Mm-hmm.
I just try not to bother them.
Gamma, I'm a friend and I care about you. Please don't go.
I try not to bother.
I don't want you to get arrested.
I'm not going to London to have relations with anybody.
I love how you try and clean it up, but your mind's in the gutter.
What?
You're the guy whose mind's in the gutter, but your pinky is up while saying the dirty stuff.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Or after this podcast, I have a question. Noob.
I have an answer.
We'll see after the podcast.
Am I in trouble?
Speaking of after the podcast,
Am I in trouble? What's
here's
happening?
the end of the podcast.
What's happening? Am I in trouble?
What? Yeah, Noob, you're in trouble. This is the principal's office. Tell people where they can find you.
I don't want to. They're gonna find me and throw me in streamer jail.
Streamer jail.
I don't want to go to streamer jail. I want to be successful. And you can come see me be successful at twitch.tv/ProPokeNoob for thousands and thousands of hours of content. Extra Life, literally tomorrow, actually.
Oh, yeah, true. Battleship time, right?
Battleship time. Actually, this is like the first of 2 Battleship events because we have Link tomorrow and then Fedora next Friday. The return of Fedora Gaming to
Fedora?
to the Twitch.
He was on the list? I didn't see that.
No, he wasn't on the list. He's a surprise guest. Him and Pruden are actually 2 surprise guests.
Oh,
we're also having actually, this is a great opportunity for me to do this because they always say make exclusive content. So here you go. You ready, everyone on the podcast? For you listening to the podcast, you get to learn about the non-Nuzlocke game or the non-Pokemon Nuzlocke game and the people who are going to be joining us. So
those were words in my ear.
That was me clearing my throat and everything below the throat. So yeah, Fedora is next Friday. Pruden and I will be doing a Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer run in the last week of October, and there will be an incentive for that. And in the last week or in the first week of November before the marathon, we may or may not be having an Among Us stream. We may or may not be having a Risk of Rain 2 stream. We may or may not be having an Uno tournament. We may or may not be having a tournament on Pokemon Showdown. We may or may not be continuing the Dunsparce only run. And there's many more things, but I can't remember them. But I can tell you that officially, the non-Pokemon Nuzlocke game will be Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced.
Oh my god.
And it's going to be an absolute mess. And I'm gonna hate it. It's gonna take as long as Mystery Dungeon did. It's gonna be a 4-month event. Because that game gets real messy. And you're like, well, Noob, it doesn't have permadeath. Actually, yes, it does. It has certain sections in the game that has permadeath. But we're just essentially gonna treat it as when a character passes out, it's dead. So that's going to lead to a lot of resets and finding good combinations because the game is nasty. The game is nasty. So, yeah. Only finding out about that.
Sounds like a fun time.
What's that?
I said, sounds like a fun time.
You know
You're
what?
gonna have one character by the end of it.
Wait, what am I going to do?
You're going to have only one character left by the end of it.
Well, you have to have 2 at the end of it because there's 2 main characters that you can't get rid of. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how to do it. So I'm like, if those 2 die, the run's over? I don't know. I don't like it because it would be like a Mystery Dungeon when I think the Squirtle died. So I had no choice but to like keep my partner with me because there are certain events you had to do with the partner. So Maybe they have diplomatic immunity. I don't know yet. Or if like both die, then it's over. I don't quite know yet. Maybe they come as like they're each other's crutches. But yeah, basically there's semantics to work out, but I can't find another game that I can nuzlocke without saying Shin Megami Tensei, and I've been warned to not do Shin Megami Tensei blind. So, yeah, that's everything going on. Raz will be oh yeah, I gotta talk to people about the game show. That's right.
The game
Hi, I'm
show.
here.
Yes, Gamma.
I'm here.
I gotta
And
talk
I'm not
to
leaving,
people.
I swear.
I gotta talk to people about Uno and stuff.
Uno.
Yeah, I want to do an Uno event. I think we have a few people that play Uno. Now I know people have Shell Shock and maybe Worms.
Ooh.
Maybe Worms now. I'm done.
I mean, if they're gonna jump on that, they might want to grab it now while it's on sale.
Next 12 days.
Yep. 13.
You've got
Well, yeah.
12 days, 22 hours, and some odd seconds and minutes. Do it. I don't know. Anyway, how many people can play in Worms?
4.
It's only up to 4? Okay, that's still fine.
Yeah. I think. Unless it's different. It could be different.
Boat. I know you can play more in Shell Shock. Like you go up to 8, I think, in Shell Shock. And there's like different game modes and stuff like that. Like Juggernaut mode. Oh, baby. Take it away from me. I'm not the show. Gamma.
I'm Gamma. I do things sometimes, maybe whenever school doesn't exist anymore. I AmaGamma, AMAGA, MMA on Twitter and Twitch. Probably anywhere else. I don't know. How about you, Raz?
I'm RazzberryBlitz. You can find me. I was gonna. Damn it. I'm terrible. I was gonna just say you can find me, and then just not say anything, and then I laughed, so I ruined my own joke. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, soon TM. I started editing a video, and then Premiere was like, no. But I'll figure it out. YouTube, soon TM. I will put up something eventually.
How soon is soon?
Free nips.
Hopefully before the end of the month.
Ooh,
hopefully.
Free nips. Give me the cow, damn it.
How many times do I have to tell you, Gamma? It's just nip.
Nip. I said nip.
No, you said nips. You keep pluralizing it. There's only one cow.
Whatever,
no, it's
man.
Not whatever. It's
there
would
have been 2 if I actually bought the game when it came out.
Yeah. And then what would you have named it?
Other nip.
Literally just other nip? 1 space or 2?
I don't know.
That was a trick question.
I don't. There we go. I don't know. Man.
What?
Wait, no, so yours. Real.
I was gonna say my YouTube video just came out. Go watch it.
Oh, what YouTube video?
Ooh.
The creeper commentary one that you wanted.
Oh,
to
the
see.
one that I missed. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works.
With Hyper Beam Alakazam.
I mean, it is a special attack, I guess.
Not in Gen 1.
That's awkward.
Oh no. Oh. No.